Welcome everyone to our opportunity call with BeneYOU. My name is Stacy Sova. I'm the Senior Vice President of Global Sales, and I am really excited that you're joining us today, either listening to us live or listening to this recording. We have a lot of information to share with you, as well as a special testimonial from one of our top leaders. And so I want to start out by talking about BeneYOU. BeneYOU is a smart partnership that allows you the opportunity to be your own boss. You get to decide what this business means to you. What are your dreams? Is it to travel? Are you an adventure seeker? Is it to get that dream home or pay off the home you're in? Is it more time with your family and freedom and flexibility? You know, we believe here at BeneYOU, we have it all. We have every option available to you. And I just want to start out by sharing some worldwide stats from the World DSA. Now the stats, you know, they always lag a little bit behind as they gather them for the past year. But in 2017, the direct sales industry, which we are a part of, generated $189.6 billion. This is a huge industry that lots of people participate in. More than 116 million people around the world are involved in our business in direct selling. In the US alone, 34.9 billion of that 189 came from US sales alone. So that's pretty impressive. So if you're in our business or considering our business, you are not alone. You are with a growing group of people who participate with us. What makes BeneYOU unique is that we, unlike many other companies, have 8 different ways of selling. So in many businesses, some of these are taboo, and we're excited to say that that is not the case with BeneYOU. So you can participate in the direct sales portion of it, which is the person-to-person sales. It can be one-on-one, it can be small groups, and it can be done through our party sales as well. So we have a host program that you can participate in that allows the person who opens their home or wherever you may meet with them to meet with them and their friends an ability to give them free products or half-off products as a thank you to them. Trade shows and events are a great way for our business, especially when you're new like us, to get the name out to people. Trade shows and events are a great way to get it out there. Social media, of course, is our friend. It's a great way to create that interest marketing, that attraction marketing where people want to know what you have. And with a variety of products that we have, which we're going to talk about in just a minute, it makes us perfect for social media. Online, our business can be done online through online parties, through online sales. It can also be done retail. So what I mean by that is a storefront. That's a big taboo for a lot of places, but we are able to help our associates create retail relationships with retail contracts where a brick and mortar store can also have our products for sale that can help their profitability. It gives them another stream of income. You can build a team, which is, for me, one of the most fun things to do because the friends I've had for my entire life have come through this industry. And so building a team just gets you friends everywhere across this country and across the world, as we are everywhere. Fundraisers is another great thing. There's, you know, not only our own children, but other sports organizations or church groups or a variety of places that you may partner with or know of that are always looking for ways to raise money. BeneYOU has a great fundraiser program. So there's 8 different ways. So there's something for everyone. And what I want to say here is that I don't want anyone who's part of our business to feel like they have to do or be an expert at all 8. The reason why we bring this up is that we want you to see the choices that you have, that there's truly something for everyone, and that you get to decide what works for you. Maybe there's just one area that you want to focus on, or maybe there's 2 or 3. That is great. We do not expect you to be dabbling in all 8, but this truly makes your ability to grow a team based on people's wishes of how they want to do business be a reality because they have so many choices. BeneYOU is a combination of three amazing brands coming together. And our name, Bene, stands for better. So it's to create a better you. And we believe with the product lines and the brands that we have the ability to do just like that, just that. And as I mentioned earlier, you can focus on 8 different ways of selling. You can also focus on which brand you'd like to represent. Some people choose to represent all 3 brands. Some may represent 1 or 2. It's completely up to you what speaks to you. You get to personalize your business. So this becomes a better you for you yourself, but also for everybody that you're sharing it with these 3 amazing brands. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what each brand has to offer. But first I want to talk about bringing us all together. In bringing us all together, we have proof of concept that this business works. This is 3 successful brands that have come together under one roof. Combined in all their years together, we have over $1 billion in sales that has been generated by those 3 brands when you add them all up. I believe that that's a lot of proof of concept right there. There's market demand for what we have. People are all about personalized beauty, personalized nutrition, making themselves better. And we offer that. We also have personal development that we're going to continue to grow and develop on and share with our field. We're currently in 16 international markets, and we have an experienced field leadership. Our leaders, and one of the beauties of bringing these 3 brands together is we've brought together not only the best of the best products, but the best of the best leadership. We have leaders who are experienced, who know what they're doing, know what they're talking about, and are eager to work with their teams and help you achieve your goals and dreams. We also have an experienced corporate staff. I don't even want to add up the years of experience that we have all together. We did that in a meeting recently, and it was kind of scary. But I myself have over 20 years in this business. And as your head of sales, I have seen a lot, and I've done a lot, and that kind of experience is throughout our executive team. We all have our expertise that we bring to the table to create the best company that we can for our associates. And this is all about you. This is all about our associates. We know that we have jobs because of our amazing field associates and our field leaders. And so we are really excited to share this opportunity with you. So what's our personalized nutrition all about? I'm not going to read everything on here because I'm not going to insult you. I know that you can do that, but we pride ourselves on our products that we offer, that we have the highest quality ingredients. We do not do any kind of animal testing, gluten-free, non-GMO. All the things that are important to today is where we strive to be, and we will always continue to innovate, to grow, and to become better. We want to make sure that we are always retail competitive with our pricing. Many companies in our space price themselves out of the retail market, and so it becomes very hard for their associates to be successful because they can't compete with the retail pricing. We can do that, as well as have a very lucrative compensation plan, which we're going to talk about as well. We allow our associates to have wholesale pricing because I like to say, you know, no matter what you want out of your business, if it's part-time, big time, or full-time, you get to choose what works for you. So do you want to dip your toe in and dabble and go for the wholesale pricing? Or do you have big dreams and a big why that you want to pursue? Anywhere in between, there's a home for you here. So we also have a whole line with Love Your Gut, and this line is just absolutely amazing. And this is the Avocet line that became into our house of brands. And we're all learning together, and we're learning more about our gut. But did you know that your gut is your second brain? And 90% of the serotonin in your body is produced in your gut. Now, for me, that's news. I didn't know that. But once you get things working in your gut, everything else becomes clearer, more in focus, you're happier, you're healthier, and you're experiencing a lot of health benefits along the way. So getting your gut in tip-top shape is really important, and we have just the products that can do that for you and your friends, family, and customers. Our our sticks that we have through the M brand. We have a whole variety, and just a couple of them, the Go Soul, and then you'll also see a pre-workout. We have products that help you with energy and focus, which is what pretty much everyone's looking for these days, right? We fill our days so full. We want to make sure that we have that energy to get us through in a healthy way, that we're not going to have jitters or crashes. And we have the products to do just that. And while you're going all day, you also have to be balanced and have that mood be consistent. And I'll tell you what, Soul is my friend, and I probably have 5 sticks a day. It just really is a great thing. It helps with your water consumption to make sure you're getting all the water, but it really helps you just to stay calm and focused and on an even keel. But then we also have products in our personalized nutrition that help with weight management. We know that that's something that a lot of people work on, but we have a whole line that helps with appetite suppressant. It helps you to feel good. It helps your blood sugar levels. Helps with protein delivery and absorption, helping you feel fuller longer, not have that afternoon snack run, or for me, it's like kind of after dinner and before bed, you know, making that go away for you. So we have a complete weight management program also, if that's something that interests you, that you can take advantage of, and it works. So here's just a few testimonials that have come in that you can see the before and after of people who've had success while using some of the variety of the weight management products that we have. We also have something called nootropics. Now these are part of our stick line that you add to water that helps with your cognitive health. Again, I've already told you my own story with Soul, but Smart is another one that helps you focus. It helps you to stay in the moment, be a little bit sharper. And so these products with the nootropics in it are really mood enhancers and work with your brain. So you can see it says mood and brain boost on them. And I don't know, I kind of know somebody or two or everyone that can benefit from these. So we truly have something for everybody. Now in our personalized beauty line, this is where our Janberry brand comes into play. Janberry was just the leader in taking over the nail space in our direct sales industry. So we have 10 certified 10 toxin free, so free of 10 toxic chemicals in it. Really easy to use, be it with our nail wraps, and now we've introduced lacquer strips that require no heat, truly fits into everyone's budget. So you've got the wraps, the lacquer strips, you also have lacquers and gels, as well as a whole other line that assists you with anything in the beauty regimen. So we really help you to feel good about yourself, because we know that when you go out in public and you feel good and people are complimenting you, it comes through everywhere. So we've got it from everything from health to beauty, so that inside and outside, you're feeling great about yourself. Another product in our beauty line is our Reveal. And Reveal has 8 steps in one bottle. And I've been in this industry, as I shared with you, a long time, and I was in the beauty part of it and with skincare back a few years ago. And it's really amazing to have one product that can do it all, but I've seen it. I've used it myself, and we have so many testimonials, as you'll see here. And this is a cleanser, a pore minimizer, a brightener, a toner, exfoliator, makeup primer, hydrator, and age defier. And if you put all those things together, it could be $124 by the time you buy all those things, and we have it in just one bottle. So you can see lots of people, there's a tattoo on here. So if you know people who have a tattoo, it brightens it up. It does so many things to rejuvenate your skin and keep your skin healthy looking. But you can see the variety of things that this amazing product can do. And this is part of our beauty line. So I mentioned earlier that building teams is one of the benefits of this business. You bring people into your life that you may not otherwise know, but you're also become, I like to think of it as you're a dealer of hope. You help people to see opportunities and things that are bigger than them. So it allows them to dream big if they want to dream big. It allows them to pay off debt, achieve short-term goals. And just by sharing this opportunity with others, they get to decide how it fits into their lives. And the stories I've heard over my 20 years from personal growth to wealth growth to dream building that have happened has just been amazing. And today I've invited one of our senior leaders at BeneYOU to share with you her story of how this industry has impacted her. Now, I know that it's impacted her in more than just this way, but I asked her to just limit it to one area of her life for today. But as you get to know this amazing woman, you're gonna know all the things that this industry has done for her. And so at this time, I wanna introduce to you our senior director, one of our senior directors, Connie Lasita from Cincinnati, Ohio. Connie, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Stace?
Absolutely, dear. Go ahead. Share with us your story of this industry and one of the benefits that you've had from it.
Perfect. Well, first of all, I'm so humbled and I'm always honored whenever I get asked to speak on any of our opportunity events or any of our trainings. And I just love to share with everybody about this industry. I talk about this industry all the time, but especially when people are looking to join us. So I have a great story, I think, about the industry. And as Stacy said, my finances, my spiritual life, my whole life, my work life has been impacted. But the one thing that Stacy asked me to talk about is the change that I've had in personality from being that girl who was the negative Nancy. So I worked for many years in state government. I also I worked in private sector, I worked in public sector, I was a school teacher, but at the end of my career, before I was able to make the incredible leap to making a full-time career, I went big time, as Stacy likes to say, with this industry in 2013. And the last 10 or so years of that, prior to making that change, I was working for state government. And I was literally what you would call the negative Nancy. I would get drawn into gossip. I would get drawn into drama. I was the very first person to speak nicely to your face and then stab you in the back if it served me well at a later time. Again, this isn't something that I'm very proud to speak about publicly, but I think this story is worth being heard because you see, by becoming involved in this industry and being lifted up by so many incredible people who decide to join this industry, it changed me. I noticed subtle changes at first. I noticed that life was a whole lot more fun when I was having fun and when I was being positive. And so I started to actually search out ways to be more positive, ways to have more fun. And, the thing I know about this industry is, we pretty much are a volunteer, sales force, workforce. You decide if this business is right for you. And for me, it became abundantly clear that what was right for me was leaving that negative Nelly behind, leaving that negative girl behind, that it didn't serve me well, that if I wanted to really be in business for myself, to take this business big time, that I just couldn't be that. I couldn't be that girl anymore. I didn't like her. If I didn't like her, how could anybody else possibly want to be in the same room with her? So I decided to read these self-help books and strengthen my prayer life a bit and surround myself with people who were working in a positive way. Early on in the business, I was friends with somebody, and this particular person could get me really riled up. The world was coming to an end. Our businesses were coming to the end. It was the end of the world. What was the company even thinking doing that? And I quickly found out from a very sage friend that I needed to limit my time with that person. And once I learned to do that, everything changed. My perspective changed. My business took off. I realized that this business was about helping others to achieve their goals. I realized that working for myself and being in a positive headspace was amazing. So I'm not really Pollyanna positive. I understand that life does have ups and downs. But I'm here to tell you, when a little dip in the road comes along, having that positive mindset, being that positive person, surrounding myself with people who are excited about their businesses and who work in that positive frame of mind, it actually makes makes my job, which I don't even, for the longest time, I used to tell people I didn't work because this doesn't feel like a job. It feels like I'm having fun every day. I wake up in a good mood. I go to bed in a good mood. I get to work with my best friends. Some of these people have turned into more than best friends. They've turned into my family. I'm not the same person that I was in 2011 when I decided to say yes to a $99 kit. There's a meme that floats around out there on social media, and it says, this pair of shoes changed Cinderella's life. Well, I'd like to say this $99 investment, it changed my life. Like Stacy said, it changed it in so many more ways than I can just tell you in this little brief period of time. But the one way that is priceless to me is that I like me. I really like who I am now. And I can't say that prior to joining this incredible industry. There's always somebody around to lift me up. There's always somebody around that I can help to lift up. And together, we really are better. And it's just been an amazing, amazing, amazing journey. And the wonderful thing about BeneYOU is how exciting when I found out that the name of our new company was To Be a Better You, because that is exactly what this industry has done for my life. We are right at a place right now at BeneYOU where we would love for you to join us. Whether you do want to do a little part-time gig, a full-time gig, or you want to take it full-time, there's never been a better place or a better opportunity than to have the chance to work harder for yourself than you would work for anybody else who was paying you a paycheck. And while doing that, you might find out that you like the person that you're becoming, and that at the end of the day, you're really so much happier. So that would be my wish for you. And please reach out to the person who invited you to this opportunity call. Reach out to me, reach out to Stacy, reach out to that person, and we would love, love, love to have you to see your life through a more positive frame. It's been an amazing change for me.
Thank you, Connie. I love your story, and I know this is just one of many ways that this business has impacted your lives, and we are just so happy that you are part of our BeneYOU family. It just wouldn't be the same without you, and leaders like you that are going to take us all the way into history for sure. I have no doubt. So thank you, Connie, for sharing your story with us.
Thanks, Stacy, so much for asking me.
Absolutely. Well, as we wrap up tonight, I want to talk to you just a little bit about how do you get paid? And what we are really proud of our commission structure. And what we can proudly say is that 100% of people, so everyone who does one business activity each month earns commission. So even if you purchase for yourself at the wholesale cost, at the wholesale price, you still will earn on your sales, your store sales. You still earn on yourself. So it is just an amazing commission structure. The more you do, the more you earn, the more you invite, the more people that are benefiting from our products and from the opportunity, you also benefit too. It's a win-win. The more you're more successful, the more people that you bring into the business that are successful. It's a true retail business model. We have, like I mentioned before, as one of our ways, we have keystone pricing for those of you who know what that means and want to work with businesses in a retail environment. There's no gimmicks. When a product sells as a result of your efforts, you get paid. It goes right back to our associates. And just understanding, I mean, how many people need just a little bit extra. 43 million people live below the poverty line. And let's talk about taxes, although none of us probably really want to. The top 1% paid a greater share of individual income taxes than the bottom 90% combined. 18 to 35% of Americans, this is American stat, are classified as depressed. Now, I mentioned that a little bit ago when I was talking about our gut health, with the serotonin being produced in your gut. That is directly related to depression and feelings of well-being. And so we've got something for that. And that's not even before you even get to the sticks that we have to offer. And the sad part is another American statistic is 90% of Americans cannot afford a $400 emergency without the use of a credit card. So they have to use a credit card because those tires blew out or the furnace went out or whatever the case may be. They just don't have that extra there to cover it. And what I can tell you with this business is that you can have that extra if that's what you need to do, pay down debt or start to establish that savings account so that you have that money to dip into for those emergencies. You absolutely can do that. And like Connie said, the person who invited you to learn more can show you how easy it is to get started. And I mentioned our personal store. This pays you weekly. So for whatever activity you do that week, you will be paid that week. And there's two ways to earn. The first is retail profit. So let's say I'm a customer and I go to Connie's store. I'm going to pay the retail price. So on a box of sticks, that's $44.95. Connie's going to earn 100% of the difference from the retail price that I paid to the wholesale price that is available to her. And that difference is paid out to her weekly. She gets that paid weekly on a card. Next, she gets a little text that says, guess what? There's money on your card. Not quite that way, but it does tell her she was paid. So she has that money available to her. And the second way is residual income. Every time someone buys from your store, you're going to earn an additional 10 to 30%, depending on your store sales for that month. So this is where I mentioned before, you place a wholesale order, you buy for wholesale, you're still going to earn a minimum of 10% more on that order that you just placed. And for every 500 that you have in personal sales points, over 1,500 from your sales or your stores, you're going to get another $50. So overall, to look at, this is kind of what we're talking about. Sales points are your personal sales. Anywhere from 0 to 149 pays you 10%. All the way up to 1,500 plus, you can see how you can earn that additional residual income on those sales that come in from you yourself, your own personal orders, but any customers who have your URL, anyone that you forward the information to that buys from you, this is all added up and it builds weekly. We also pay you out monthly. So the first way is your weekly pay, and then your monthly pay pays you, especially as you start to invite others and grow a team. It pays out down 11 levels for those of you who may be familiar with how commission plans work, for a total of 43%, which is pretty unheard of. When you help another person open their store, which is what we like to call their personal store, you earn 10% on everything that they sell. So as you yourself are building up your own store sales, the person who brought you in, that you are direct to, he or she's earning an additional 10% on everything that your store does. And when they help someone open their store, you get 9%, and it goes on from there. So you'll be able to see those percentages from 10, 9, all the way down through 11 levels that pays out a total of 43%. And this is what that looks like. And I apologize, the whole screen didn't show up on this one, but you can see how it goes 10, 9, 6, 5, 4. So as others invite others, invite others, invite others, that's all part of your team, your organization, and you are eligible to earn on them when some simple criteria is met. So one additional way is we also have leadership pay, and this is called our leadership bonus pool. And we take 5% of all of our worldwide sales volume each month and put it into this pool. And those leaders who have team sales of 25,000 or more, and they themselves have at least 500 in personal sales, they're eligible to get a percentage of that pot. And I can tell you, I've seen some of the volumes that have been paid out from that pot, and it's pretty impressive. So as you grow your business, you earn more and more through this leadership pay program. So Connie mentioned how $99 changed her life, and that was when she first got started in the industry prior to BeneYOU. Now that we're BeneYOU, we actually have an even easier way to get started. For just $29.95, you can become an associate, and this is what you'll receive. You'll receive a sample pack of other pre and probiotics that are part of your gut health, a trial pack of our M sticks, which has one of each one that you're going to fall in love with. And then you're going to receive 2 of our Accent Duos lacquer strips that are super simple application with no heat from our Beauty Jamberry line. You're also going to have access to the back office, wholesale buying, and 3 months of free online tools, including an app. So everything you need to get started for just $29.95 US. And then we also have those local currencies for our Australia, New Zealand, UK, and Canadian markets as well. It's the equivalent of $29.95. So basically, we've removed all barriers to entry because we invite you to take a chance. Really, what have you got to lose? $29.95 is a cheap dinner out. It's an expensive lunch, right? What have you got to lose? But what could you gain? And so we would love to invite you to become part of our family, to say yes to BeneYOU, and to improve your health, your feeling, the beauty, how you feel about yourself on the inside and outside, and to share that with others. So we want to invite you to join us. If you have any further questions, again, please go to the person who invited you to this call, go to any of our leaders, right into our CS department. We'll be happy to get back to you and connect you with someone who can answer all your questions. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening to this call, and we look forward to having you join us as part of our family. Bye, everybody.